And now, Ultimate Championship Wrestling proudly presents Genesis 2 Preshow.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the most momentous night in UCW history, the end of Season 2, and the start of the Genesis 2 Pre-Show panel. I am your host, Michael Anthony, joined alongside by Rad Michaels.
Hello, everybody. I'm excited to be here.
Evolution commentator Aiden Connors.
How's everybody doing tonight?
And the Macho Man Randy Savage cosplayer himself, Kurt Morrison.
Thank you, Brandon, for having me here.
Alright, we have a momentous and amazing match card to talk about with just loaded matches. And the first one we're going to talk about tonight is the Intercontinental title match with EJ Okami, Kuzan, TJR, and the Intercontinental Champion Tristan Knight. And it's been a very weird and interesting rivalry that's been developing over the months. We've got Tristan Knight and TJR ganging up on EJ and NR, and it's just been nuts. So, without further ado, how about we get some predictions in here and some opinions on the matches, starting with Rad Michaels.
Well, all I can say is that this match is going to be one hell of a fight for each man in this, and I got my money on TJR to walk out with the Intercontinental title, since what we've seen that happened at Destiny between Tristan Knight and TJR, but all I gotta say is my money is on TJR.
Alright, valid point. What about you, Aiden Connors?
Personally, even though I don't like Rad Michaels, but I'd personally go with Kuzan because he's a man that was just randomly put into this match, what most people say, but in a Fatal 4-Way match, even though his good friend EJ Okami's in there, you can never really trust anyone in a match, so for all we know, Kuzan could steal the win here tonight.
Very valid point. We got a little bit of a wild card in there with Kuzan. How about you, Mr. Macho Man Kurt Morrison?
Well, I'm going to have to agree with Rad Michaels for a hot second. This whole match it's undetermined. Everything is unpredictable in this match. It's a fatal 4-way. Anything can happen. No disqualification. There are 4 men. The champion doesn't need to be pinned in order to lose his title, so I don't really know who to go for right now. But if I had to choose, it would be Kuzan. He is the dark horse in this match. He's been mentored by EJ Okami for months now in these tag team matches against Tristan Knight and TJR. So if I had to pick, it would be Kuzan, strictly just because of his mentor ability and the fact that he's the dark horse.
Well, I personally, I'm going to have to go for EJ Okami. He's one that neither of you have been voting for, or any of you have been voting for. He's also kind of a wild card there, and he has held the Intercontinental title before, so he has shown he's got the guts to pick up that title. And without further ado, we are on to the next match, the next monumental match for tonight. It is the Women's Money in the Bank match. The competitors of which will be in that match are Amber Sullivan, Eden, Catherine, and Noelle Taylor, found to be just a brutal, beautiful, star-stunning match. And, well, let's get some opinions on it. Starting off with, how about we go with Aiden this time? Aiden Connors.
Personally, I gotta go with Amber Sullivan, because as we can all tell, with the Rebel Society being crowned as the first tag team champions with the tag team titles coming back to UCW, the Rebel Society has been more of on a roll lately, so I feel like Amber Sullivan, since the Rebel Society obviously has been on a roll, she's going to continue that roll by taking the Women's Money in the Bank tonight.
And honestly, who knows, maybe we could see an appearance by the Rebel Society, maybe do a little bit of illegal action and beat up women, which I don't condone.
They'll be the first ever Women in the Money Bank ladder match winners.
Yeah. How about you, Kurt?
Wow. So those 4 people, very talented competitors. I've seen them all over the world. I'm friends with most of them, not friends with one of them, i.e. Amber Sullivan. I don't really hang out with Rebel Society, although I consider myself a rebel of sorts, not that kind of rebel. I digress. These 4 women are very talented and they're very hungry. They're there for competition. That's what they're here for UCW. And in this Women in Money Bank ladder match, it's just going to be hell. It's going to be atrocious in terms of bodies and just car crash-like scenarios. Anything you can think of when it comes to a ladder and someone's body, it will happen, and it will happen to the 10th degree. So, with that being said, it's all about putting the amount of punishment onto someone else. And I think the only one that could do that would be Amber Sullivan. She's friends and a tag team with the Rebel Society, and she's friends with Wayne Watson, who is also a UFC fighter. So, with that being in mind, and said that I just said that, and that being a fact, Wayne would probably have to train her to fight, and she's a fighting person. She's probably champion worthy in the future, so she's going to win this match tonight, strictly just because of how much power she has behind her fists.
Well said, well said. How about you, Rad?
Well, like Kurt just said, this is going to be a hell of a match, and I honestly can't wait to see it. But I got to put my money on possibly Eden because she's the underdog going into this Money in the Bank ladder match, and honestly, it's all hers.
Of course, Amber Sullivan seems to be a unanimous decision here. Honestly, I'm going to go with Amber Sullivan too, and might I add, ladders are definitely my most favorite stipulation in any match, and of course it seems like ladders is a common theme in our pay-per-view tonight. We've got the Money in the Bank for the women's, we've got the Money in the Bank for the men, and we've got a TLC match for the Universal title. And hell, even LeBryan versus Bryan is a no DQ match, so maybe we'll see ladders there.
You never know.
Same goes for Matt Storm and Kid Punk now that I think about it. Jesus Christ.
Ladders everywhere.
Now, with that being said, we are going to go on for our next match. Another title match, this time for the United States Championship. DJ Black versus Sanity. DJ Black defending his title against him. And this is a very wild card match as we've never seen Sanity wrestle before. And what a great opportunity for him to make his first impression on the grandest stage in our community, Genesis 2. So with that being said, Kurt, start us off with the opinions.
So, we have Sanity versus DJ Black. DJ Black is a veteran in pro wrestling and in UCW. He's the oldest competitor in the entire roster of UCW, and he's the current United States champion. This is his first title defense in history. This is his first title, period, in UCW. Sanity, he talks a big game, but can he back it up? We don't know. I haven't seen him wrestle anywhere else. I don't know what he's done, but it all boils down to what happens in that ring tonight. DJ Black has never defended a title in UCW, and Sanity has never wrestled in UCW. So I'm split down the middle. I can't make a decision.
Well, that's fair enough. How about you, Rad Michaels?
Well, it's a wild card match, just like how Kurt said, and I literally think, since I've seen what DJ is capable of, I think he's going to give Sanity a run for his money in this match, defending for the first time ever his United States title, and I actually have to go against DJ.
All right. What about you, Evolution commentator Aiden Connors?
It's like Brad Michaels just said, for once in my life I gotta agree with him. We've both seen DJ Black, what he's capable of doing in other companies other than UCW, but at the same time I've never seen the Sanity guy. All I've seen him is talk, and I've seen DJ put people through hell and back, or just send them straight to hell and not come back. So I gotta pick DJ Black. I'm sorry, Sanity, however the hell you spell your name, we don't know.
Everyone talks too much but doesn't walk enough. So, I'm going to deviate from all of you. I'm going to say that Sandy's probably going to win because he's unpredictable and he seems maybe possibly dangerous, like maybe on DJ Black levels of dangerous, as we know that DJ Black's probably one of the most insane, hardcore competitors in UCW, as old as he is.
He definitely brings a level of strong style, that's for sure, but I don't know if Sanity is as dangerous as DG Black.
But at the same time, Sanity could be just as insane as DJ Black, and you see that in a younger competitor that could give the age edge to Sanity. So I personally am going to go with Sanity.
How old is Sanity?
Something in the 20s. I wouldn't say that he's anywhere near the 30s.
And DJ's about 40 years old. That's a huge age difference.
Yep.
20 years difference there.
All right. Now moving on from. Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something?
Nah.
Okay. Cool. Moving on to the next match. Moving on from the United States Championship, we've got a recent but very personal rivalry. That's right. It's the Latin Kings, Jose and Romano, versus the Rebel Society. Two men who have been like the only people who have taken it to the Rebel Society and have just been actually giving them a run for their money. And this is actually for the Tag Team Championship too. This is our first Tag Team Championship match in a while. So, with that being said, who is going to win? Rad Michaels.
In all honesty, I gotta go with the Latin Kings. El Romano and Jose are my favorites on the roster as of late, and my money's on them to win the tag titles tonight. Like you said, the titles haven't been here for a while, and it's the first time they're being defended. So I don't think the Rebel Society has enough manhood, if you will, to defend them and retain them tonight.
Don't roll your R's in spite of the fact that I can't roll R's.
It's okay, calm down.
I'm white. With that being said, good opinion, good prediction. Well put. You didn't consider the fact that Amber Sullivan might still be at ringside, but who knows? Kurt Morrison, what's your opinion?
Rebel Society, hands down. They're the only team right now to hold those tag team titles right now. They haven't defended them, but that doesn't mean anything. The fact that the only team to come out in recent months is the Latin Kings to ask to challenge Rebel Society for those titles, because every other tag team in the back or every other person in the back is too scared to make a tag team, or the tag teams that are already there are too scared to challenge the Rebel Society. Latin Kings have balls, but that doesn't mean they know how to use them. Rebel Society is my favorite.
Okay, that's quite a bold choice, but a respectable one. Aiden Connors, what's your opinion?
I gotta agree with Kurt. He made a valid point. All the teams backstage, whether it comes to the Brain Faction or any other tag team, you name them, I'm just gonna still bring up the fact that Kurt made, that they're either too scared to face them, or they just don't, or unless they're fucking stupid, they don't feel like doing it. Because the Latin Kings, or whatever we want to call them, they've never teamed once. Hell, for all we know, they probably didn't even train before this. Well, from Destiny to Genesis, they probably trained, but beforehand, we don't even know if they trained. They could have just walked up to each other and said, "Hi, let's team." And I just got to go with the Rebel Society because they're a more experienced tag team than the Latin Kings.
Well, with the argument that nobody's gone up to the Rebel Society and faced them before, or challenged them, brings the fact that there's got to be an air of confidence for the Latin Kings. They've got to be really prepared to just walk up to the Rebel Society and say, "Hey, we don't like you. How about we face each other at the grand stage of UCW?" So with that being said, we also have to bring up the point that El Romano was attacked by the Rebel Society before, which is the motivation for El Romano to team up with Jose to take it to the Rebel Society. And ever since he's been attacked, we've seen this change from this masked lucha libre wrestler to this unmasked, much more like Jose brawler and technician. So maybe we'll see some new things from each other, and I'm just going to go with the Latin Kings. I just feel like they're way more prepared than anyone else has been, which just gives them that edge against the Rebel Society.
Which seems fair.
And that ties up our votes for that, I guess. Because Rad went left with Latin Kings, I went with Latin Kings, and you two with Rebel Society. Alright, cool. So, the next match is bound to be another match of the night contender. It is the men's Money in the Bank match. We've got 6 amazing competitors in this match. Well, 5. There's one that's not so amazing. We've got Deshaun Walton, we've got Havoc, we've got Malik, we've got Sphinx, we've got Silas, and we've got VVD himself, Victor Von Doe. What's each of your opinions? Who's going to win? And this is bound to be a brutal match. Whichever one of you wants to start, just go.
I guess I'll start. So personally, I gotta go with Silas Green. He's kind of like how Kazan is with the Intercontinental Championship. He's kind of the dark horse of the match because he returned at the Rumble, and we haven't seen much of him since after being eliminated by Colby Jordan. And then he's getting this big opportunity where he could possibly be getting himself a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship with the men's money case. And I feel like with 5 other men along with himself in there, anything can happen. And just like with Kazan, and Silas Green's the dark horse in the match, and I gotta go with him.
Rad, give us your opinion.
Well, it's going to be probably the most brutal match that we might see other than the women's Money in the Bank. My money is actually either on Silas Green or Havoc to win the match, because Havoc, coming up from Evolution and being the Shotgun Champion, then going on to lose it at the first Invasion, but now coming back up to the main roster probably for only one night or even staying. It's hard to tell, but it's either him or it's Silas Green that I got my money on.
Kurt.
Wow, a lot of competitors in this match. About six of them have the opportunity to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match tonight and go on to win that briefcase to challenge the World Heavyweight Champion at any time during the year. I think that's a great opportunity. Any of these 6 men can do it, but I don't know exactly who has the most amount of determination, who's the hungriest competitor in this match. I would want to say Silas, I would want to say Victor, I would want to see Havoc after losing the Evolution title. As they said previously, he lost the Evolution title and he wants to come back. He wants to win the world title. He wants to win the briefcase tonight and face the world champion, whatever they want. I don't know if he's going to win. I don't know if Silas is going to win. I don't know if Havoc's going to win or Victor or any of the competitors in this match. It's going to be one hell of a match, that's for sure.
Well,
you're not going to miss it.
Talk about. Oh, sorry. Let me speak. Okay. You want to talk about dark horses and everything in the match? How about the most out of place superstar in that match, Deshaun Walton?
Deshaun Walton. He has the most unique promo ability and fighting style. He just beat Sphinx, who was a former UCW World Champion, to get into this match. If that doesn't say anything about any of the competitors in this match, Deshaun Walton is the premier dark horse. I don't know if he's exactly fit to be in this match, but considering he just beat Sphinx a few weeks ago on Shattered, I feel like he's got a strong chance of winning this match. Now that you bring him up.
It's interesting that you bring up that he beat Sphinx to get into this. Sphinx is only in here because, a certain wrestler that he was beating up left. He left.
Also, I would like to add on that maybe tonight we could see cash-in the same night that the person wins the briefcase.
What could be the first time ever?
Anyway, let me give my prediction. You know who's not going to win? Deshaun Walton. Yeah, let's go with that. Otherwise, it's pretty much a toss-up. But I'm going to go with my favorite competitor in that match, the villain himself, Victor Von Doe. Ever since returning, he's been on fire. He had a monumental and extraordinary match against the Lido Deck and Rashad Wyatt at Destiny. He's just got all the momentum going into this. I feel like he's going to climb up to the top and grab that briefcase.
What if he drops it? We don't know. He could drop it and someone else could pick it up, and then therefore that person's the winner. Anything could happen in this type of match.
That's not how Money in the Bank matches work.
Yes, it is.
Whoever touches the briefcase first, after it's unhooked, they're the Money in the Bank winner.
All right, with that being said, with all of our opinions in, we have to go to commercial break now. And when we come back to commercial break, we're going to have the pre-show match of the evening. It's going to be the Ultimate Warrior Memorial Battle Royale with 6 surprise competitors. Stay tuned for the pre-show. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody, live on the UCW Genesis 2 pre-show as we get ready to enter the Ultimate Warrior Battle Memorial. Shane Alexander, making his return to UCW, makes his way to the ring.
Also, Red Michaels here on commentary. Aiden, thanks for introducing me, dick. Anyways, Shane Alexander looking very confident to be here on Genesis 2.
As we know, last time we saw Shane Alexander, he was stuck in a rivalry with DJ Black, the UCW United States Champion.
Later on, he'll be defending that title, but other than that, I guess let's go ahead and see who the other 5 competitors are. Oh my. It is him!
Oh my.
This man, I've seen everywhere.
So have I. Like I said, for once I can actually agree with you.
Jaden Retro, the man, the myth, the legend.
Making his debut to Genesis picture here as he gets ready. Seeming a bit cocky going on his way to the ring to face Shane Alexander. And as we know, Jaden Retro is from Evolution, a show that I've been commentating for a good while.
I commentated 1 episode there and then got fired. Don't want to talk about what happened there, but anyways, I'm excited to see Jaden Retro here at Genesis 2.
Both of these men seeming very confident heading into their first ever Genesis match on the pre-show here with the Ultimate Warrior Battle Memorial. Is, well,
next
to get 1 man in the ring.
Oh my. Oh my God!
It's Alexander Henry, the man who's recently turned his back on the UCW universe and the UCW roster, saying that he doesn't need them to become champion, whether it's an Evolution or main roster. He doesn't care where it's at. He said that one day he will become champion, whether people like it or not.
He is my pick now to win this thing. Oh my God!
The second Evolution superstar to enter the Battle Memorial here.
This man's been on the main roster before, fighting for the Shotgun title, then sadly losing his opportunity to it. You know who. But anyways, tonight we just focus on the Battle Royal and Genesis 2 in its whole. But oh my God, my new pick to win this thing has to be Alexander.
Alexander also supporting a new shirt now. If I'm reading right, it said "Die Henry Die."
Oh, I have to buy me some new merch. Oh my God!
Oh my!
It's Rob Kamen!
The third UCW Evolution superstar, Rob Kamen, is here, but without Trick Osborne.
I wonder where Trick Osborne could be. Maybe he couldn't make it tonight.
Never know.
These 3 men making their statement here on Genesis 2 up on the main roster. You think they got caught up in their stay?
Well, some of them could be, but it seems like some of them at the same time, like Alexander, he's more focused on things in Evolution, but I guess whenever he got called the opportunity to be in the Battle Memorial, he took the opportunity, because like he said, he wants to become champion and get some wins under his belt, whether it comes to the main roster or Evolution.
Rob Kamen. I didn't expect to see him here at all.
Neither did I.
Oh my God, I am excited to see what these men pull out. The last final two are getting ready to come out after Rob.
So far we have Shane Alexander, Jaden Retro, Alexander Henry, and now Rob Kamen.
2 more to go, and we're getting ready to find out who they are.
Rob Kamen, as all the other men have done so far, seeming very confident that they have this in the bag, and for all we know, they could have it in the bag.
But that depends on who the final 2 are.
You never know. 4 big shots here tonight. They're turning Shane Alexander, 3 Evolution superstars, Rob Kamen, Alexander Henry, and Jaden Retro.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
No.
It's not.
No.
Oh my God.
That freak is not allowed near me. No.
The former Evolution champion, Dead Zone. I think we found ourselves our winner.
Oh no.
And one of the competitors, Alexander Henry, in other companies, we've seen him stand up to Dead Zone, which is something you gotta be very brave to do, but it turned around and bite him square in the you-know-where.
This guy is huge! None of these men are going to be able to get him out!
I can agree with you on that. One of the biggest, if not the biggest man here in UCW.
How is the middle rope staying up? I asked this on Evolution when I commentated as a match. I'm sorry, it wasn't even a match, it was a murder!
Well, unlike most companies, our ropes actually are stabilized, but I think these men might as well run while they can.
No. Wait a minute!
No.
Oh my God!
It's Chris Strowman. He's here in Genesis.
I think, he just, okay, no, I don't even know what to say, but I think we got our first elimination in this match.
I don't know what to say either. For once, I'm actually agreeing with you more than once, but at least we have someone now that can stand up to the definition of destruction, Dead Zone.
Everybody's stepping out of the ring as Chris Strowman and Dead Zone are face to face.
Just staring each other down. Dead Zone screaming at Chris Strowman, and Chris Strowman not even caring.
Runs at him, catches him. Wait a minute,
head, belly up, Chris Strowman just eliminated the former Evolution champion within seconds.
Dead Zone's been eliminated! Oh my God!
Dead Zone. Oh no! Suplex to the outside.
That counts as elimination. It was over the top rope. What? You gotta break this up.
Furious. It's the ref trying to split up Dead Zone and Chris Strowman now. Dead Zone just beating the holy hell out of him.
Oh my God! He's just beating his brains in.
I guess you find this kind of amusing since we all know you don't like any former Chris Love, Chris Strowman, Chris Reigns, Chris Stillman. It doesn't matter which one. We all know you don't like him.
Nope. I mean, this is kind of entertaining, but at the same time, it's not. This is not the proper time to do this at the grandest stage of them all, Genesis 2.
I don't think Dead Zone cares. I think he's just getting payback for being eliminated by what most people would take as a joke.
Oh my God.
Oh! Big face buster on the stage. What's Dead Zone setting up for? Screaming at Chris Strowman. All these men sitting here in shock. He's setting up for it. Oh my God.
Oh dear Jesus!
Stand out last ride powerbomb on the stage. My God.
Every man back in the ring now. Oh, Alexander already on the top rope.
Will Alexander be eliminated just after Dead Zone and Chris Strowman? No, Alexander gets back in the ring.
Uh-oh.
Texas Long Driver.
But Rob, he's got Jaden out on the apron. Oh, almost had him. These 4 men with a huge opportunity tonight.
You focus on Rob Kamen and Retro, and I'll focus on the other 2, Shane and Alexander.
Rob Kamen could be out. Oh!
Jaden's being stuck, tracked down a backstabber along the roundhouse kick from Kamen. 2 heels teaming up to help him with it. Every note, every man for himself. Alexander now just smashing the head of Retro off the ground.
Wait a minute. Shane's trying to eliminate Rob.
While Alexander missed its corner clothesline. Punch his spine.
Oh, wait, nope. Rob fighting back. Oh!
Retro now like dragging suplex straight into the straight jacket. Suplex, but remember there's no pinfall here. Normally he would go for the bridge.
Rob Kamen trying to get Shane out. Shane's a little bit teetering on the apron.
Crazy action so far in just moments into this match. And Dead Zone being eliminated by Chris Strowman, and Dead Zone eliminating Chris Strowman. And this time the clothesline connection on Alexander.
And a bulldog there from Rob Kamen. Now picking up Shane Alexander.
Alexander Henry with body slam.
Wait a minute, we might get our first elimination.
Reverse DT elbow combination from Retro to Alexander.
Oh my god!
Franks.
Rob Kamen just chucking Shane Alexander like he was a plate.
And Alexander trying to eliminate Jaden Retro.
Jaden Retro is teetering. Oh!
Just barely.
Wait, but Shane's out!
Shane Alexander's out. Now it's going to be a lot less confusing whenever I say Alexander and you say Shane.
It's true. Oh my god, and Rob Kamen with a bulldog.
Alexander back to the ring, avoiding elimination.
Oh. Oh my god.
Alexander is relentless.
Wait. And a Michinoku driver from Jaden Retro.
That's people will probably confuse the Michinoku driver for just a set-up body slam to be exact, but no, just 2 different names.
Oh. Wait a minute, Rob Kamen. Oh my god, what a very good kick.
Alexander taking the opportunity while he can.
Wait a minute. Could this be it? He's Alexander in the back. Oh, Rob's teetering! Oh my god!
Oh, he catches himself at the last second.
Both men taunting off. Oh, god! Oh wait, Alex!
Reversal, the speed into a reverse DDT.
Oh my god! Beautiful crucifix, now up the ropes. And oh my god! The rope. Oh!
Just back and forth. Oh! This is the first time we've seen these two go one-on-one against one another.
Rob Kamen and Alexander Henry.
Fisherman suplex.
The final 2 men in this battle royal. Runs in a senton.
Knocking the wind out of Alexander.
Picks him up, now an Irish whip.
Into the corner, could be possibly set up to eliminate him. What's the center for here? And a caster suplex into the corner.
Jesus, going spine first into the middle and the bottom turnbuckle. Now dumps him to the outside on the apron.
Trying to end
Alex
this.
gonna get eliminated.
Will Rob Kamen be the first net? No! Alexander gets out of it.
Oh, wait a minute, dumps him!
Oh, does Alexander have this in the bag? Just back and forth, nearly eliminating each other moment after moment. Rock kick misses. Punches. Oh, an elbow to
wait a minute!
And a power slam position. Drop kick, Alexander Henry! It's the second ever Ultimate Warrior Battle Royal winner.
Go ahead, referee, give him that medal because he just earned it! What a way to kick off Genesis 2 with Alexander Henry picking up the win here tonight.
I guess Alexander, he doesn't care for the reckoning. He's done what he said he was going to do, which was taking the Ultimate Warrior Battle Royal trophy necklace for himself.
Do you know what it takes to be an EWE Hardcore Champion? Oh!
1, 2, 3.
The strength of a premier athlete.
One, 2, 3.
The power of the brute.
Oh. 1, 2, 3.
The high-flying ability of a crow.
Oh.
Skills of a tough guy.
Oh. 1, 2, 3.
That's what it takes to be EWE Hardcore Champion. Here in EWE, everyone has a chance to be champion. So make sure you subscribe to the Artucci Show and experience the action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back from commercial break. Thank you for sticking around. We just witnessed amazing Ultimate Warrior Memorial Battle Royale. We just saw Alexander Henry win and Dead Zone appearing for his second time on the main roster, last time being in the Royal Rumble, but he just got eliminated by Chris Love, who somehow was able to turn 6'8", grow a beard, and...
Sir, his name is Chris Strowman, get it right.
Right. I'm sorry.
Let's go with that.
He's a different person.
So, with that being said, great night for Alexander Henry being able to pick up the win, and sorry for Dead Zone. Especially since he was just released from Evolution and stripped of his title, but who knows, maybe we'll see Dead Zone in the future. Anyway, up next for our next match that we're going to give our opinions on is the Women's U.S. Championship. That's right, we've got the new Women's U.S. Champion from Destiny, Veronica Has, defending against Cassidy Brooks in the rematch from the rather squash match of Destiny, which was surprising to see they debuting Veronica Has pick up such a quick victory on Cassidy. Men, what do you have as your opinion? Who's going to win? We'll start with Kurt.
I feel like Veronica Has not really the dark horse, but a tremendous, unpredictable performance from the last pay-per-view of Destiny against the champion. And she just knocked out the champion and won the same night she debuted. What an unbelievable phenomenon this person is. Going into this match, I feel like she has the wherewithal and the strength, and she's a total package. She can clear the competition. She's the defending champion, and she's going to defend her title tonight and win.
Well, that's very valid. I am absolutely terrified of Veronica Has. I kind of believe the same. Rad, give us your opinion.
Well, Honestly, what I've seen backstage, what happened to Destiny was very unexpected and brutal, and I think that kind of went off script. But anyways, this is going to be a huge fight. Again, this is the biggest night ever in UCW history, and it's happening just 2. I was privileged to commentate over the Battle Royal. But anyways, the women's United States title, I probably have to go with Veronica retaining because I don't think Cassidy's ready to take the title back from her.
Well said, well said. What about you, Mr. Aiden Connors?
I gotta go with exactly what everyone else said. Veronica Hash, she took down the champion within, well, former champion within seconds, and she probably barely even tried. So if she can take out Cassidy Brooks without even trying, then there's not a chance in hell that I don't think anyone's gonna be able to take that title off her unless they got some damn satanic powers.
Well, I'm going to have to agree with all of you that Veronica has that terrifying clown person of a woman. Is just, she's nuts. She's insane. She's strong. She's probably the only person that I would be able to see on, like levels of Kira from, like, Evolution. She's insane. I don't ever. Yeah, no one is ready for Veronica.
That is a huge dream match. Kira versus Veronica Haas. That's a dream match for everyone.
Maybe Witch Juice Genesis.
Maybe. Does anyone have the feeling that she's dating Pennywise?
Who, Veronica?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Probably is.
Yeah.
Probably married, and they probably have like 90 different kids for all we know.
I wouldn't want a kid with her. That is terrifying. That is like a mouth gaping. I'm gonna stop.
Alright, cut.
Do you want to believe?
Calm down.
Okay. With that being said, we all unanimously agree that Veronica is probably going to bury the competition again.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, let me look at my notes. Next, we have the dream match, the dream rematch that everybody wanted from last year's Genesis. It's Brian the Brain rematching from last year's Genesis against a returning Brian. That's right. Very personal, but very prestigious of a match. LeBron interrupted the Hell in a Cell match at Destiny to challenge Brian at Genesis 2 for a grand rematch, career versus career, no DQ, bound to be a brutal match, and we will see one of these men retire from in-ring competition. Men, what's your prediction?
I guess I'll start us off again, and well, personally, I'm sorry, and Brand's a good friend of mine, but I gotta go with LeBron. He's probably been training since last year's Genesis to do this, and most of us, well, not most of us, all of us wanted to see the rematch, because after last year inside of Hell in a Cell, what they could pull off, who knows what they could pull off with no rules. And like you said, it is career versus career, so either way, if LeBron wins or if Brian wins, it's going to be a sad send-off for both of them, both iconic in-ring competitors to UCW, but I gotta go with LeBron.
Yeah, that's very true. Kirk?
I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to go with Brian, because the last time we saw LeBron in one-on-one competition in UCW, he faced Kobe Jordan and he lost the UCW World Title. Then he made an appearance at the Ultimate Rumble, which wasn't necessarily a one-on-one match, but he still lost that. So out of those two matches in the past year, he hasn't done anything. Brian, he's been competing left and right against Kobe Jordan and other people, even in the Ultimate Rumble. So with the added factor of ring rust for Lee Brian, I feel like Brian the Brain is going to come out on top strictly just because of the amount of time he's been in the ring in the past year since LeBron lost the UCW World Title.
All right. So we've got one for LeBron, we've got one for Brian the Brain. And what do you have?
Well, it's been the most anticipated rematch ever happen. It's career versus career. either man is going to lose their career for good, and it's hard to tell who I've got to win this match. I think I'm honestly going to set this one out, not pick anybody to win it, just see how it flows through between these two men with their background and history between each other, personally and in ring. But I'm just going to set it out and see who wins it.
Honestly, I'm going to have to go with the same, because these two are just such even amazing competitors. Just their skill levels are unmatched by anyone but themselves. Honestly, if I could choose a stalemate between the two, I would choose that, but in a no disqualification match, there needs to be a definitive winner. So, I can't really choose anyone. All I'm going to say is just, it's bound to be just probably the most brutal and personal, heated match of the night, except for seconded by maybe Kid Punk versus Matt later in the night. So, with that being said, let me look at my notes again. Now we have another match involving ladders. We've got the TLC Universal title match. That's right, we've got another personal but recent rivalry. We've got The King versus the Concussion King, the Universal Champion versus the Challenger. We've got the Lido Deck as the champion, defending against Rashad White in what the fans chose to be a TLC match. This is bound to be absolutely brutal, especially knowing Lido Deck's just sadistically creative mind, and his ring awareness, his ability to use any weapon into any means necessary. So, with that being said, who do you guys have coming out?
Honestly, I'm going to start this one off. It's King versus King. I got to go with the Concussion King retaining tonight, because I don't think Rashad can pull it off. The last time that we've seen him in a match that involved ladders, he unfortunately lost to Colby Jordan. And, well, I'm just going to go with the Concussion King. Lido Deck.
Alright, that's well said. He's the younger competitor. Rashad's been around for a while, so maybe he does have the age advantage on him. Aiden Connors, what's your opinion?
Like Brad said, I gotta go with Lido Deck, not only because the age difference, but just the acrobatics and the athleticism. Lido Deck being the last cruiserweight champion, while Rashad White hasn't really done much as of late, except for winning himself a shot at this title, or kind of convinced his way to a title shot here at Genesis. And I gotta go with Lido Deck, just like I said, with the athleticism and the acrobatics and the age difference. I gotta go with Lido Deck because he's up in all of those.
Seems like all the odds are stacked against Rashad. What's your opinion, Kurt Morrison?
Well, once again, I'm going to go against the grain, and I'm going to go with Rashad Wyatt. I know Lido Deck, him and I are great friends, but Rashad, with his age in mind, you have to also put into the factor that with age comes experience, and with experience comes more knowledge and how to beat someone of the likes of Lido Deck. At Destiny, he was close, but he was cut short through interference, so that match wasn't really played out the way he wanted to, but now he's got a second chance here at Genesis tonight, and I feel like he's going to come out on top.
Alright, well, I have to agree, because Rashad has been having a back-and-forth promo battle with Lido Deck, as, you know, Lido does with any of his competitors. He likes to verbally beat them up before he actually does do anything physical to them, and oh boy can he back it up. But Rashad has been saying that he will actually give Lido his all, because Lido has been requesting a good match, no push-over match. He's been requesting Rashad to throw everything at him, and that's exactly what Rashad is going to do. And I just feel like Lido's not prepared for Rashad. He's not prepared for facing him one-on-one, because he hasn't before, and he hasn't exactly studied him all that much. He just knows he's another quote-unquote wannabe king. So I feel like Rashad is going to overwhelm him. He's going to surprise him. He's going to climb up to the top of that ladder, unhook that championship, and become the new Universal Championship, despite how unliked he is. So, moving on from that match, we've got our first major main events, as we have 3 major main events in a row here. We've got the Women's Championship match. We have Cassie Blank defending her Women's Championship against the underdog of the situation, the biggest fan favorite woman competitor, Cindy Brooks. That's right, we've seen Cindy Brooks win the first ever Women's Ultimate Rumble to get this opportunity. Then she defended her opportunity against Celeste Moda in a career versus spot match, where Celeste ended up getting fired through that match because Cindy won. So Cindy has all the momentum in the world going into this match. What is your guys' opinion, Kurt?
Oh, okay. Well, these two competitors, Cindy Brooks and Cassidy Blank, they're no stranger to one another. With Cindy Brooks winning the Ultimate Rumble this past year for the women's roster, I feel like she has enough momentum to go into this match and possibly claim the new championship and become the new UCW Women's Champion. I don't feel that Cassie Blank has it right now, or has it anymore. She may have lost it a few weeks ago, may have lost it a few title defenses ago, but she's wearing down, she's wearing thin. Cassie Blank isn't going to be champion any longer. If it's not Cassie, if it's not Cindy Brooks, my bad. If it's not Cindy Brooks, it'll be someone else. So Cindy Brooks tonight, she will come out as UCW Women's Champion.
Alright, let's go with Rad. Rad, give us your opinion.
Well, my opinion on this whole match is I'm excited for Cassidy Blank versus Sydney, and this match is going to be absolutely balls out crazy. And just to see what Celeste, Moda, and Cindy pulled out at Destiny, especially the finish to that match, that was an absolute beautiful finish. But tonight, I think both women are going to give it their all, and I think that Cassidy might walk out retaining, but that's a maybe. I think Cindy might finally capture the women's title again.
Alright, well said, and that was just like absolutely tremendous match in Destiny, which is surprising to me. And, you know, both that match didn't have any special stipulation in it, like no DQs or anything. It was just a normal match for career versus spot. And it was nuts. It was a great match with all the amazing spots in it, and I feel like they're going to repeat history. But Aiden Hunter's Evolution Commentator, give us your opinion.
I gotta go with what everyone else has been saying. Cindy Brooks has got this in the bag. She's had a huge amount of momentum heading into Genesis 2. Whether it came to being the woman to win the Ultimate Rumble or retiring Celeste Moda. And she's got all the momentum going in, and sure, well, there's been a good few moments for the women's champion, but just Sydney, she's been on a roll lately. Whether, like I said, it came to retiring Celeste Moda or winning the Ultimate Rumble for the women, I gotta go with Sydney. She's got it in the bag.
As Cassie has had like this is for in terms of the women's roster, this has been Cassie's year. She's been great. She's become one of the longest reigning champions in UCW history. Not just the longest reigning women's champion, but one of the longest reigning champions, period. Which is tremendous. That's unheard of. So, with that being said, just the past few months, ever since the Rumble, this has been Cindy's time. I feel like, as you guys have been saying, she's like a boulder rolling downhill. And she's just got all this momentum. I don't think it's going to stop. And I feel like Cindy's going to come out on top. Let me look at my notes again as we are on to our second to the last match of the evening. As we are about to soon close up this pre-show, we've got the most personal match in this pay-per-view with the biggest build-up. We've got Matthew Storm versus Kid Punk, or rather should I say Joker Punk, because it seems like this ultimate personality has possessed Kid Punk, and Kid Punk is no longer. Elizabeth has possessed him and turned him against his best friend, So we're going to see former best friends clash in a no disqualification Extreme Rules match. And it's just going to be absolutely brutal due to the personal rivalry that's been building up ever since Destiny. Men, starting with Rad, what's your opinion?
Honestly, after Joker Punk revealing to be the second Master Man along with Elizabeth Carter and Austin... Fuck.
Eric Levine.
Eric Levine.
Thank you. English does not want to work for me today because I'm very nervous because this is the first ever big pay-per-view I've ever called and been on a pre-show of and everything like that. But anyways, you know, at Destiny we've seen Eric Levine and Matthew Storm tear the house down. Honestly, I think tonight Matthew is not going to get the W. I think he's going to fall victim to his quote-unquote brother, his mate, Joker Punk.
All right, Aiden Connors.
I gotta agree with Rad, even though he just completely slurred up, which is a casual thing that I see from him. But this isn't the man that we've been seeing since Bash at the Beach, and it's this after this all started and Kid Punk got dragged into this. It's like you said, this isn't Kid Punk anymore. This is Joker Punk. Elizabeth has possessed him, just possessed him, and now we got Joker Punk to worry about, along with Eric Levine and Elizabeth tonight. And it's not, it hasn't been confirmed if they're going to be at ringside or not, so that could be a big play if they are. So I gotta go with Joker Punk, because not only is it the numbers game, but I feel like the stress that Matthew's probably been having since he revealed that his other him, his brother, I guess I could say, unveiled that he's been attacking him this whole time. That's gotta stress you out, because it's his best friend, so I gotta go with Kid Punk.
Alright, Mr. Kurt Morrison.
Well, this rivalry has been brewing and has been going through the motions, through the tracks for months. Since before lockdown, UCW's lockdown, Matthew Storm has been having issues with Elizabeth Carter and the whole Carter family. And now it seems like it's turning tides, but it doesn't at the same time, if that makes any sense. Because Kid Punk's alternate persona being portrayed as Joker Punk with the possession, I feel like Matthew Storm is going to try to find Kid Punk and Joker Punk throughout this match and try to bring Kid Punk back, but it won't work. It's not, this isn't your everyday evil versus good. This is an actual possessed person in this match that Matthew Storm is going to try to bring back, and I feel like Elizabeth Carter is a little too strong in the witchcraft department. And Kid Punk will try to come back, but Joker Punk will overpower Matthew Storm and overpower Kid Punk and come out with the victory, and maybe, possibly send Matthew Storm to the hospital. Who knows?
Well, I'm going to have to deviate from you guys, and I have to go with the saying that when the going is tough, tough has to beat the shit out of the other. So, Matthew Storm has to man up, and I think he's easily able to do that because he sees that it's not Kid Punk. So, you know, as simple-minded as I see Matthew is, I feel like he's just going to come to the conclusion to beat the shit out of Joker so he gets Kid Punk back.
But wouldn't you want to try to bring your friend back?
What?
Wouldn't you want to try to bring your friend back from the dark side? Like at all?
I mean,
like if you were in this position, if you were in his situation, wouldn't you want to try to bring your best friend, someone you've been traveling the road with for hours, days, months, years of your life spent with this man, and now he's different? Wouldn't you want to try to bring him back and not whoever this person is right now?
I would, but at the same time, I think Matthew Storm also has the strong sense of, okay, it's long gone, I have to finish this match, so I feel like Matthew Storm is going to pull through. Alright, so as we have given our last predictions for that, we have our monumental main event, a long, postponed championship match for the world title. We've got Colby Jordan versus Aaron Slade for the World Heavyweight Championship. And men, we've been waiting for this match forever because Brian the Brain has been postponing it and screwing Colby Jordan out of his rightful title match unjustly, which caused a chain of matches that happened between Brian and Colby, which finally ended at Destiny with the Hell in a Cell with the assistance of LeBron. So now we finally get to see Colby challenge Aaron for that World Heavyweight Championship. Who do you got and why? We'll go with Kurt.
Oh, okay. Well, over the past few months, we've had a multitude of matches between Colby Jordan and Aaron Slade, dating back to Retribution, where Colby Jordan got his rematch after Aaron Slade cashed in on him and he won. But it was an unfair match, and I feel like Colby Jordan has been on a hot spot, on a hot roll right now, and I feel like he'll come out on top tonight.
Alright. Well said. I kind of share the same opinion. What about you, Mr. Rad Michaels?
Well, like you said, Brian the Brain has been screwing Colby Jordan, and I honestly wouldn't be shocked if that rivalry would continue on. Like, surprisingly, if it would go on to Brian the Brain, if he did lose, he would go and get so pissed off that he would interfere with the main event, and screw Colby Jordan yet again, giving Aaron Slade the win. But that's just a whole, like, you know, prediction, like, you know, daydreaming stuff for me. But tonight, I think I gotta go with Colby Jordan finally gaining back the UCW World Title. I mean, the man went against 39 other men, and one of those men was a guy that's a legend around here, Nick Virtue, and he eliminated him with no problem. So tonight, my money is on Colby Jordan to take home the UCW World Title.
That's well said. He was the #1 spot in that 40-man Royal Rumble, excuse me, and he actually pulled through, lasted the longest, and was the first winner of the Ultimate Rumble, and the first one to win at the #1 spot. All the odds were against him, yet he was able to pull through. What about you, Mr. Aiden Connors?
I gotta go against all of your guys' decision with picking Colby Jordan. I gotta go with Aaron Slade because not only, like, so far, this has been Colby's year with the men's roster here in UCW. Like, sure, there's been other people that have had a lot of great moments, like the man he's facing, Aaron Slade, Brian the Brain, LeBron returning at the Rumble and interfering at Destiny, but you never know with Aaron Slade what he has up his sleeves, whether it comes to, like Rad said, with the possibility of Brian the Brain interfering, or hell, even he could possibly hire someone to attack Colby for all we know. Or just go clean. I gotta go with Aaron Slade.
Well said, and I'm gonna bring up something that you guys have forgot to bring up, is that Aaron's gotta be overly cocky tonight. The fact that this has also been Aaron's year, just like Colby, that Aaron's become the longest reigning champion of any of them. He is the longest reigning champion in UCW in general. And that's just momentous, and you have to have an arrogance about it, as, you know, Aaron Slade is already a cocky bastard. That's just going to be a confidence boost right there. And it's got to be a bit getting in the way of his strategies against Colby Jordan. You got to think that he's going into it too confidently, and he might underestimate Colby. So I feel like Colby's going to come in with all this momentum and overwhelm the hell out of Aaron Slade. I feel like it's going to be Colby Jordan that comes out with the title.
Another thing to add on is they have another threat, and that's the winner of the Money in the Bank, if that person was said to go and cash in.
Very true, very true.
That's a third threat, and that's another thing to play in their brain.
Third factor.
That's right. Very unpredictable tonight in Genesis 2. And what, ladies and gentlemen, we only have a few seconds left on the pre-show. That's right. The biggest event in our community's history is about to happen soon. Genesis 2. This has been Michael Anthony hosting the show, Brad Michaels, Aiden Connors, and Kurt Morrison. Thank you for joining us tonight. we will see you in just a few minutes. Thank you, everyone.
See ya.